How to adapt to big change. Hi, this is Akira. Today I'm gonna share with you a few tips about how to adapt to big change. I know this is New Year, people talk about, oh, there will be a big change, not only, political situation, but economics, maybe your environment, your families. You never know when the big change is going to happen, and you want to make sure that you know how to adapt big change, or better, you make change in your life. Then you get used to the changes, right? So I'm gonna tell you a little bit of my stories. I made a big shift to move into the US when I was 21 for the university, to come in the university studying abroad. At the time, I was, bullied when I was in high school and junior high school. So I was, pretty like depressed. I wanted to like start over my life than having no friends. But I moved to New York City to go to school. I had no friends. I didn't speak English much. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know much about the culture, right? But I moved. That was one of the biggest decision. But also when I look back now, that's one of the best decisions I made. So I give you a few tips how to make the big change, also how to adapt it. So number one is to be the pioneer. So I was the pioneer in my family. None of my family moved outside of country and speak in English or start in the business. But I was the first one to do something different, go into the school, study abroad, learning English, learning personal development, becoming entrepreneur. So it's okay if you don't have any family members or friends, some people around you do what you want to do. It's okay. You can always find those people online, go Facebook group, you can Google it, you can go bookstore on Amazon and find people who done it. So if you want to make a change, be the pioneer, be the first person in your family or in the industry or in your social group to do the first. It's okay. It's better if you are the first mover, you get all the benefit, and people look at you. After that, people want to ask you about how to do it. So don't be afraid and be the pioneer. Then second lesson what I learned is that our biggest transformation lays in the struggle. In the different words, your biggest problem is your biggest gift. So I was, of course, when I adapt to the big change, I was struggling, I was struggling to make friends, from scratch. Most of people in the life, they just grew up the city they are born in, or they go school, they get the friends, then you meet friends, or so you don't really have the time you have to make friends from scratch. So when I was 21, I didn't know any friends in New York at the point. I didn't know how to take the train, in the New York City subway, especially that was confusing. So it's the problem, right? But you learn something from it. Also, I got depressed. I told several times in my the stories in a few other videos, but I was depressed. I tried to find a solution. That's how I got into personal development coaching industry. I started reading personal development book because I was looking for the answers. That leads to what I do now, becoming speakers and coaches and helping other people. So because of that happened, I got the biggest problem, but that was the biggest gift. I learned something from it. So that was the second lesson. And the third lesson is always reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself, meaning if you're in a new environment, you have to learn how to adapt the environment. Also, you gotta evolve yourself, right? So for example, when I move to US, I have to learn English, you have to learn different language if you go different countries, if you travel, if you move there, right? And if you start a business, that's new environment. Then if you need to learn, let's say, marketing skill, that's reinventing yourself. I didn't know like anything when I started the business. All the skills I have now, which I learned on the process. I went to seminars, I got coaches, I learned online, I went to the events, I practiced. That's the whole process of mastery journey. So you make sure that you want to reinvent yourself when you go new environment. So people say, "Oh, I don't like speaking in the public." I didn't either, but I was put myself on the stage, seminars, in front of cameras like this. Then you can learn how to speak in the public, right? I didn't know how to write. I didn't know how to write books. I didn't know how to write sales letter and sales copies, but I forced myself to learn for these, how to write books and the sales copies. So that's also I needed to go seminars. I practiced. I sucked first. However, that's the process, right? So make sure always reinvent yourself. Whatever skills you need to master, go ahead and learn, invest yourself, and practice and fail. But that's the way to master and improve your skills. So don't say, "Oh, I don't know how to do this." Just figure it out. Just believe in yourself. Believe in the ability to figure it out, to learn any new skills. That's the way to reinvent yourself. So that's the 3 biggest lessons I got for the, when you go to a new environment, how to change yourself. So thank you for watching today, and I see you at the next video.